Joker is out there, it's still doing great in the box office, and when we look at it, there's gotta be some sort of future for this character that's outside the DCEU. Now, Todd Phillips, the director of Joker, opens up on what it would take to bring him back for a potential sequel. So I think it goes without saying that the Joker is a perfect one and done. Like, there's no reason to really make a sequel to the Joker, because I think that would honestly take away from what that film does, what it's trying to do, and what it's trying to say, and what it does say, and of course leaving it up to your own interpretation. Now, recently, when sitting down with the Los Angeles Times, both the director, Todd Phillips, and the actor both got to talk a little bit about what they wanted. And while Joaquin Phoenix says, a few things, it's not a yes or no he would come back, the director, Todd Phillips, goes into what exactly it would take to bring him back. Here's what he says, and I quote, and as always, you guys can check out that giant article in the description down below. But it could be this wild and crazy movie about the clown prince of crime. It would have to be some thematic resonance in a similar way that this does, because I think that's ultimately why the movie connected. It's what's going on underneath. So many movies are about the spark, and this is about the powder. If you could capture that again in a real way, that would be interesting. And then Joaquin Phoenix adds, in the second or third week of shooting, I was like, Todd, can you start working on a sequel? There's way too much to explore. And then Phoenix also adds, I basically said, you could take this character and put him in any movie. So I did a photo shoot with the on-set photographer, and we made posters while I was photoshopped Joker into 10 classic movies, Rosemary's Baby, Raging Bull, and a few others. That would be amazing. So, just by listening to that, you start to understand that both of these guys are interested in exploring this character more, but they told such a unique story coming at it from one angle that it really would take something completely unique. And like he says, maybe the clown prince of crime, maybe you do explore that. Maybe Joker can have a small cameo, and again, you play it up in a certain way that's kind of ambiguous. Again, I'm trying to avoid spoilers here for the movie, even though I think most of you have seen it. I don't really want to get into, what it's really about, but I think that would work to a pretty large and great degree if that's how they handled it. And then again, you kind of run into what happens after that movie? What happens when the credits start rolling? Because once you're in there, it gets a little tricky. But I have no doubt they could find a great way to do it. So with that in mind, what do you guys think? And do you think they should do it? And how should they go about it?